Hello, my name is Jim. I'm making a game called Fun Man in the Godot engine, and this is what's going on with Fun Man this week. I wanted to add molecules to the game somehow, since the whole game takes place inside the character's brain. So I was looking for molecule models, and I was looking for a way to be able to view them, and there was a program called Chimera that does stuff like this, that shows you 3D representations of the molecule files. Except when you export these, they get really, really large. I was curious to if there was any way that Godot could read these files, and there was with the help of a tool script, so you don't need to have these huge meshes, you just have one atom, one connector, and you put it together at runtime. So this turned out to be a very fun way to spend an evening, trying to figure out the gentle balance of the sizes of all of these things. But I eventually got there, and then I started adding some shaders to make them look cool, and then I started adding some emissive particles to make them look cool, and this is where the molecule is at the moment. This one here is oxytocin, and when you throw a throwable at them, they break apart, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to collect them or if this is just something to get out of the way, but it's a cool starting point. I think it looks pretty neat. So in the last video, I started talking about how I was putting like a quest and dialogue system together, and I wanted to incorporate a multi part task to put in there. So I came up with the wall unit, and this is something that you can find all of the pieces for in the game one by one, whether they're given to you or you can buy them. And then when you have the entire thing, it shows up in your camper, and you can play video games on it or watch videos or stuff like that. So here we are at the moment with all the 7 parts. How you'll get them isn't like this, but this is just a means to be able to collect them at the moment. And then when you have all of the parts, we'll head on over to the camper. And here it is assembled on the wall. As you get the parts, it'll assemble itself on the wall, but it will not work yet, until you have all 7. But then it becomes part of the dialogue system, and you'll be able to use things that you find. And I think that's cool. I was very encouraged with the success of being able to bring the molecules into the game. So this gave me the idea to see if I could bring other things in. One of the first chatbots ever made, or it might have been the first chatbot, was created in the late 60s or early 70s on this huge IBM mainframe computer. Its name was Eliza, and I thought, how cool would it be to have a basic version of Eliza in my game? It just takes what you type into it, it looks for patterns, and it spits back out things based on keywords. What you're looking at right now, this is the UI. So the game itself is 3D, but on top of the 3D world, there is a 2D layer, and that is my UI. And these are all the parts of the UI, and they all need to work together, and only one needs to be visible at the same time. So I went through and instead of making it the large gunk collection it was, I turned it into a state machine so it worked better. So let's check out Eliza. I didn't want it to be a terminal that just sat there that you came across. I wanted it to be its own autonomous being. So the bottom half is just Fun Man's legs, and the top is the actual computer that Eliza was programmed on, or part of it. And when you click on yes, I want to talk, it opens up the terminal, and this is part of the UI now. And the actual chatbot is kind of crappy at the moment, but it works. So over time, that can be expanded on. So as the game goes on, the player will get blueprints in order to be able to program their chuckables to do different things. And this is a visual representation of the schemato system. The things on the left, they are like the blueprints you can get. You plug them into the machine, On the top right, those are the materials that still need a little bit of work. And then when you approach this, and I have the systems all set up, you'll be able to choose what type of balls you want to create to be in your inventory for your battles, and the amounts, and it'll calculate the cost and all that stuff, and it'll show you a cool show. And that is the schemato. So I thought over time the workbench could be completely covered with cool crafting elements, and that was the first. But there will be others. So that is Fun Man as of today. I would like to thank everyone who helped support this project. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my lovely Patreon patrons for being lovely. Thank you. And I'd like to thank Penelope for sitting right here. And I'd like to thank you for watching. And have a wonderful day. And a good night. And pleasant dreams, if that's your thing.